At the dawn of the 20th century, a vision took shape to construct the largest, most luxurious ships the world had ever seen. This ambition wasn't about mere transportation. It was about redefining opulence and showcasing technological prowess. The British shipping company White Star Line found itself in a fierce rivalry with Cunard, another giant of the seas. To outmaneuver its rival, White Star Line conceived of a trio of superliners, each more magnificent than the last. These ocean liners would be christened the Olympic class, and each vessel was to be a marvel of engineering and design. The first two, Olympic and Titanic, were to be built simultaneously, side by side, their immense structures taking shape in the bustling shipyards of Belfast, Ireland. The third sister ship, Britannic, would follow soon after, completing the ambitious trio. These ships were designed to transport not just people, but dreams across the vast expanse of the Atlantic. The construction of the Olympic-class liners was a sight to behold. Two massive slipways, specially designed to accommodate the ship's immense size, dominated the Harland and Wolff shipyard. Over 3 million rivets were used in the construction of each ship, and the weight of steel plates, beams, and machinery was measured in thousands of tons. The constant clang of hammers and the hiss of welding torches created a symphony of industrial might. As the hulls of the Olympic and Titanic began to take form, attention turned to outfitting these colossal vessels. Lavish interiors, designed by some of the era's most celebrated architects and decorators, were meticulously crafted. Public fascination with the Olympic-class liners reached a fever pitch. The launch of each vessel was a major public event, drawing crowds of thousands eager to witness these maritime marvels enter their element. On May 31, 1911, the Titanic, the second of the Olympic-class liners, was ready for her grand unveiling. The atmosphere in Belfast was electric as thousands gathered to witness the launch of this colossal vessel. Flags fluttered in the breeze, bands played celebratory tunes, and a palpable sense of excitement filled the air. As the moment of launch approached, a hush fell over the crowd. Slowly, gracefully, the Titanic slid down the slipway, her immense bulk entering the water for the first time. The crowd erupted in cheers as the ship, adorned with celebratory flags, met her element. The successful launch of the Titanic marked a pivotal moment in shipbuilding history. The Titanic, with her luxurious accommodations and cutting-edge technology, captured the world's imagination. Following her launch, the Titanic underwent months of fitting out, her interiors meticulously furnished and equipped with the latest technology. Craftsmen and artisans from around the world were brought in to ensure that every detail, from the grand staircase to the luxurious staterooms, was perfect. The ship was a floating palace, a marvel of modern engineering and design. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic embarked on her maiden voyage, a transatlantic crossing from Southampton, England to New York City. The departure was a grand event with thousands of spectators gathered to witness the historic moment. The ship's horn blared and the crowd cheered as the Titanic slowly pulled away from the dock, beginning her journey across the Atlantic. Excitement reached fever pitch as passengers boarded, eager to experience the opulence and grandeur of this maritime masterpiece. Families, couples, and individuals from all walks of life made their way up the gangplank, their faces alight with anticipation. For many, this was the adventure of a lifetime, a chance to travel in unparalleled luxury. Among them were prominent figures from society's upper echelons, including millionaires, artists, and captains of industry. These elite passengers were accustomed to the finest things in life, and the Titanic promised to exceed even their highest expectations. They mingled on the decks, discussing business, art, and the latest fashions, confident in the ship's reputation as the pinnacle of safety and luxury. First-class passengers reveled in the lap of luxury, enjoying sumptuous meals, attending lavish parties, and strolling along the ship's expansive decks. The dining rooms were adorned with crystal chandeliers and fine china, and the menus featured gourmet dishes prepared by world-class chefs. Every evening, the ship's orchestra played, providing a soundtrack of elegance and sophistication. In contrast, passengers in second and third class, many of whom were immigrants seeking a new life in America, made do with more modest accommodations. Despite the simpler surroundings, there was a sense of hope and excitement among these travelers. They gathered in common areas, sharing stories of their pasts and dreams for the future, united by the promise of new opportunities in the new world. The Titanic, under the command of Captain Edward Smith, a seasoned mariner with decades of experience, set sail from Southampton with great fanfare. Captain Smith was a respected figure in the maritime community, known for his calm demeanor and steady hand. As he stood on the bridge overseeing the departure, he was filled with pride and optimism for the journey ahead. As the ship steamed out of port, her four massive funnels billowing smoke, she seemed to embody the spirit of the age. A symbol of progress, innovation, and human ambition, the Titanic was more than just a ship. She was a testament to what humanity could achieve. As she sailed into the open sea, passengers and crew alike felt a sense of awe and wonder, unaware of the fate that awaited them. As the Titanic steamed across the Atlantic, a sense of tranquility settled over the ship. On the night of April 14th, 1912, the unthinkable occurred. At 11:40 p.m., the Titanic, traveling at a speed of 22 knots, struck an iceberg on her starboard side. The impact, though seemingly slight at first, proved fatal. The iceberg tore a series of gashes in the ship's hull, flooding several of her watertight compartments. Panic ensued as the realization dawned that the unsinkable ship was taking on water. The crew began to evacuate passengers, with women and children given priority in the lifeboats. As the Titanic began to sink lower in the water, chaos and despair gripped those left on board. In the early hours of April 15th, 1912, the Titanic, her lights blazing against the dark abyss, slipped beneath the waves. The once majestic liner, now a broken shell, sank beneath the surface, taking with her over 1,500 souls. The tragedy sent shockwaves around the world, shattering the illusion of technological invincibility. News of the disaster spread quickly, carried by the new marvel of wireless communication. The sinking of the Titanic, once a symbol of human achievement, became a stark reminder of the power and unpredictability of nature. Inquiries were launched on both sides of the Atlantic, scrutinizing the circumstances surrounding the sinking and identifying critical safety oversights. The loss of the Titanic led to sweeping reforms in maritime safety regulations. The International Convention for the Safety of Life at Sea, SOLAS, was established in 1914, mandating stricter requirements for lifeboats, radio communication, and crew training. The legacy of the Titanic extends far beyond the annals of maritime history. The disaster, a defining moment of the 20th century, captured the public imagination, inspiring countless books, films, and documentaries. One of the most enduring aspects of the Titanic's legacy is the countless stories of courage and sacrifice that emerged from the tragedy. From the band that played on as the ship went down to the wireless operators who relayed distress signals until the very end, the human spirit shone through, even in the face of unimaginable adversity. The sinking of the Titanic also highlighted the stark social divisions of the era. The disaster disproportionately impacted those traveling in second and third class, many of whom were immigrants seeking a better life. In the decades since the Titanic slipped beneath the waves, technological advancements have transformed sea travel. Yet the lessons learned from the Titanic continue to inform maritime safety protocols to this day. The wreckage of the Titanic, discovered in 1985 on the ocean floor, 2.5 miles below the surface, stands as a poignant reminder of that fateful night. The site, now a protected maritime memorial, serves as a testament to the lives lost and the enduring power of the ship's story. Museums dedicated to the ship's memory attract visitors from around the world, showcasing artifacts recovered from the wreckage and sharing the personal stories of those who were on board. The Titanic's legacy extends beyond museums and memorials. The ship's name has become synonymous with tragedy and disaster, a cautionary tale about the limits of human ambition. The story serves as a reminder of the importance of humility, preparedness, and the preciousness of life. As we remember the Titanic, we honor the memory of those who perished on that fateful night, the passengers and crew from all walks of life whose lives were cut short. Their stories, pieced together through letters, diaries, and the accounts of survivors, offer a glimpse into the human drama that unfolded amidst the tragedy. The sinking of the Titanic serves as a reminder of the fragility of life and the importance of cherishing every moment. It compels us to reflect on our own mortality and to appreciate the bonds we share with loved ones. The tragedy encourages us to live our lives with purpose, compassion, and gratitude. As we reflect on the lessons learned from this maritime tragedy, we carry with us a renewed appreciation for the precious gift of life and the enduring power of the human spirit.